Senator Rice and Chairman Hyatt, thank you for the opportunity to speak. Many people here tonight are talking about particular parts of the bill. What I would like to do personally is speak more about the process behind S-841. Contrary to some of the things that I've seen on social media, this isn't communism, it's not socialism, it's not led by libtards. I've seen all of that. This was a bipartisan effort, and it was led by Vince Shaheen and Danny Burden, Republican and a Democrat, and it passed unanimously out of the Senate. It was not produced in a vacuum. It came about after nearly 2 years of planning, committee hearings, testimony, and input from various constituents, professionals, and interests. So it didn't just appear. With that being said, this is the second year of a 2-year session with the General Assembly, so I am concerned about the clock ticking. And we know we don't have a lot of time, because if it doesn't pass this year, it goes away. We'll have to start again. But we'll be back because we want it. We will be back. As for the tethering language itself that's contained in the bill, I work for the city of Greenville, and we have a tethering ordinance that has worked relatively well. The intent is not to punish pet owners, stalk pet owners. It's meant to educate, and it's meant to provide a fair chance and assistance in improving conditions for animals, many of them that are part of a very obvious neglect and cruelty situation. It's also given, as the Sheriff's Office talked about, solid guidance to animal control officers who see many of the horrors. And it also provides some consistency and some clarity so that they can make good judgments on what constitutes animal cruelty and neglect, and also so they can make good cases if warranted. Now, we need statewide clarity instead of this patchwork of ordinances or lack of ordinances that are different each time we cross the city or county line.
Amen.
Tethering is an issue that's come to the fore, and many local governments are grappling with it. And I recall several years ago there were issues with texting and driving, and many local governments trying to deal with that. They felt they needed to speak, and the state was silent. So there were a number of ordinances passed, and it was a patchwork of ordinances, and it was different and it was confusing until the state decided to speak up and enact something that set parameters. We got the same thing here. I know we've got local governments around here. We've all spoken of those, Greenville, Pickens, etc. They're looking for some guidance for the state. They're asking the state to speak. So let's establish some clarity and some continuity that's needed for a very common sense issue. Beyond the humanity side of this bill, I'll say this. This is also a dollar and cents issue, and animal advocates know this. The chained, the abused, the sick, the neglected ones often make their way to our animal control officers and to our government shelters. Who pays for that? We do, the taxpayers. And so that's something we need to consider as well. So I would just want to say we faced difficulties in the past in being heard. And I think difficulties are meant to rouse, not discourage. We're roused. We're not giving up. We're not going away. So I thank you, Chairman Hyatt and Senator Rice, for your leadership. I know both of you, respect you, know you're reasonable, and I appreciate the opportunity to hear from everyone here tonight. And we respectfully ask for your help in passing S-841.
I love you, Julie Horton.